First you said, I got the letter. The next thing you said is, they're gonna ignore this. And then I don't put anything in writing, and that's not the way I work. So what I said to you is what you should have supposed to have said to that attorney immediately, saying, good. I need you to put it in writing that you don't put anything in writing, and I need you to sign it and send it to me that you don't do anything in writing. You remember?
Right.
That's the only thing I wanted to see. That's the only letter I wanted to see come back from her, is that I don't do anything in writing. That's not the way I work. I don't put anything in writing. Now tell her to put that in writing and sign it and send it to you. Because it's your word against her word that she doesn't put things in writing. You see what I'm saying? That's why I try to say to people, make things short and sweet. Make a simple letter. Say, are you going to send it? Well, I was basically saying when I sent that letter, when we wrote that letter, saying whoever's who's keeping this property on my property, I'm going to require you to remove your property now. I no longer want it. I don't want to maintain it. I don't want to be the steward of it. I just want it gone, and I want it gone now. If you don't get it off my property, I'm going to hold whoever has the ability to remove this from my property liable for damages.
You want me to read this 12-point letter that really got her vote?
What you okay, read whatever the one that, is this the one I sent to you?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and read the one that really pissed her off.
All right. Thank you for your phone call regarding the situation between the United States of America and I. Phone calls are at times a useful form of communication. You do understand, as I do, that phone calls are not proper decorum courtroom setting. I communicate.
Yeah, talk closer to the microphone, man.
I communicate.
There you go. That sounds good. Now start from your beginning, man, because the first three sentences sound terrible.
Okay. It says, thank you for your phone call regarding the situation between the United States of America and I. Phone calls are at times a useful form of communication. You do understand, as I do, that phone calls are not proper decorum within a courtroom setting. I communicated with you in the written form to secure and protect my rights. I now require of you to preserve and create a record by pressing our phone call conversation upon paper. I now...
Yeah, sorry about that, man. That was Little Bill. Go ahead, Greg. That was Little Bill.
I now require of you to make delivery of said paper to my person post haste. I now require of you to answer these following questions. Question: is it true I made a presentment of a letter to you? Question: is it true that you said they are not going to pay attention to it? 3. Question: is it true that you said they are not going to pay any attention to it? If I don't understand this.
I'll do question number 3 because you're not emphasizing what I emphasized in the written word. That's why it's easier for people to read what I write than hear the inflection if you're doing it wrong. See, it says 3. Question: is it true that you said they are not going to pay any attention to it? Is it in reference to A, my letter, or B, my wish to have they to remove their property from I, my person? See, the whole thing is that Greg's forgetting to tell you folks is the question number 2 was very important. Question number 2, is it true that you said they are not going to pay any attention to it? Now, I don't know if you people know what the word they means. They can never, ever be used as an adjective. They is a pronoun defining a person or a thing, a noun. So what is this they? The lawyer said to him, they are not going to remove it. Okay, let me see. The plaintiff is the United States of America, okay? And the defendant is Greg, okay? So who is this magical they? Is this they, the plaintiff? the United States of America? Are you telling me they? Who is this they who's accusing me of doing wrong? Is it the United States of America? I have the right, under habeas corpus, to have the right to cross-examine my accuser. So is this they the United States of America? I need to know. Can you please just define for me this they that is making a claim that I and my person are doing something wrong to they? Who is this they? Is it a the they? Or is it a this they? Because it's the United States? Or is it this United States? Or is it this guy over here or that guy over there? Who is this? Who is this they? Who is this magical they? I already explained to you folks months ago what the word you means and what the word I means. Now there's a nice new fun word. What is this they? His attorney says they will not remove it. They who? They, the U.S. Marshal Service? They, the magistrate, the guys in a black robe? They, the court reporter? They, the federal prosecutor? They who? Who is this magical they? The IRS? Who is they who will not do what I order them to do or require them to do or wish them to do? Who is this they? Can you please tell me who this they is? That's the big thing. So like I said, if you just read the letter word for word, it kind of doesn't make any sense. Unless everybody understands what the word they means and the way I emphasize the word it.
And it's in quotations and it's in bold. So
yeah, and it's not italicized. Right. What is this they and who? What is this it? They said they're not going to remove it. What is this it? Is this it the ankle bracelet? Or they're not going to pay attention to it in reference to my letter that I just sent to them? Are they going to dishonor my presentment of a letter? Are you going to say they're going to ignore it and not respond within 72 hours? Are they going to ignore it, my present? Or are they going to ignore it, my wish to have this ankle bracelet removed from my property? What is the it that you're referring to, lawyer lady? Be precise, because I'm going to break your balls. And I'm going to make you say exactly what you mean. And you are going to put it in writing. And if you don't like to play by the rules, which is normal rules all over the planet, that when we communicate, I want to do it in writing. And when you tell me something, I need it to be precise because you're telling me I'm going to go to jail, I'm going to federal prison. You better believe we are going to do this by the letter of the law. We are going to do this by the book, by the numbers, 1, 2, 3. You will put it in writing. You will sign it. You will explain to me if you are supposed to be the federal attorney lady who's supposed to help me. I need you to define who this they is who's coming after me. Who is this they? Am I coming after them? Am I the accuser? Am I the prosecutor? Or are they? Can you just tell me what is the nature of the parties in this case, their case, because it's not my case, it's their case. You're going to have to define for me where I stand in this they's case. Is it they who? So you could be like, well, stop being such an asshole, and you know who they are. You know who they are. No, I don't know who this fucking they are. You tell me who's this they. Because I'm telling Greg, he's the they. He's the one who wishes everything in when you deal with the IRS. He's the they who wanted the ankle bracelet. He's the they who's going to prosecute himself. He's the they who's going to open his mouth and will give up his Fourth and Fifth Amendment rights. He's the they. The only way they can get you is you have to confess. Just like you could watch all those old movies, man, Spanish Inquisition. Oh, the priests can't kill you because they're good, godly priests. But what they do is they torture you so much so then you finally say, oh, I confess, please kill me because I know I've done wrong. And the priest says, okay, we'll let you out of this earthly bond and torture, that you put yourself through. It's like, no, dude, you put me through this. Oh, no, we didn't put you through it. You put yourself through this. You wanted us to do this to you. Remember? You wanted us to do this to you. I don't remember. Then the torture keeps going on. They're just fucking with you. They're playing word games with you. You got to know who the it, the they, the you, the I is. It's ridiculous what they're doing to you. Well, it's ridiculous what they're doing to I as a man, or I as a woman, the other person I'm speaking to on the other end of his phone. not the you. So that's why I always laugh when you folks see me for years writing back and forth to some people. I always write the word use with the S-E on it because I want to let you people know you is plural. So I say, you know what? Let's write use to these folks. Y-O-U-S-E. You people say, there's no such word. It's like, okay, but do you know you is plural? No, I don't. I said, okay, when I write S-E, does it look plural? Well, it looks plural now. There you go. Because they're effing with you. It looks singular, but it's plural. So I'm going to write it so it's plural. I'm not messing with you people. I'm not part of their team. I'm not going in Y-O-U. I'm writing Y-O-U-S-E because you know what? It's plural. I don't hear anybody calling up on this thing and say, Carl, I just Wikipedia'd the word you. It's not plural. No, you don't hear anybody. And I've been telling people this since like November, December. And then some guy did a great call on Angela's show. He spent like an hour just explaining the word you even better than I did because I could do it in about 10 seconds. That guy spent a whole hour. God bless him. Because I don't feel like spending an hour explaining what this day is. I don't feel like spending an hour explaining what the word I means. This is simple. So thank God other people are picking up the ball and running with it. And it's like, hey, you know what? I listened to a call on Angela's show last week, and he brought up the word you, and he said, hey, you guys got to learn what this word means. Or they're going to eat you for lunch every time you walk in the court and said, hey, is this you, Bob? Hey, is this you, Sam? Hey, is this you, Joe? Yeah, he's got joinder. He controls the defendant because Joe is listed as the defendant. So now the judge has jurisdiction